Hey guys, so it's been a good few days. I've been pretty much rotting in bed on TikTok and Instagram, and I was thinking for the last few days I should really like get out more often and do something because I've been stuck at the house. Like I don't even know why I'm stuck in the house like this. I was thinking today maybe I could go out to the gym and hopefully it's like super empty when I go there. But I definitely got to get my chest ache completely out of the way before I do anything. But I'm gonna touch this hair up right before I head out because it's not looking bad, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna mess this up while I'm at the gym. Other than that, what we think of fit? Am I looking strong? Anyways, so I was on Instagram and I was thinking, do y'all ever like see people post a lot, not even in an annoying way, but you kind of want to do that too? When I get to posting too much, I kind of stop for like days and just disappear because I feel like I've been talking too much. Anyways, let's get out of here for this gym. Listen, the best time to go to the gym is on the weekend. I don't care what nobody says. I walked in and it was like barely 10 people in. I started off with my stretch and I was just like, you know what? I get to literally do whatever I want to. And I don't have to feel weird recording. I have been so isolated that it's to the point I can like handle to some degree, you know, hearing from people or like talking to people for a good amount of time. But when it comes to like being in person, I grew up kind of knowing that I was like super antisocial. But when I get around that like little group of people that I can really, you know, just kind of click with, then it's like, you know, that's not really a factor. I was scrolling through Instagram, which is what I was talking about earlier. I was scrolling through Instagram and I would see people like they're always posting like themselves talking. I was just kind of like, how do you always have something to like talk about? Not like in a bad way. I would like to be more outgoing like that, to like actually talking to people. And I kind of struggled doing that. Like growing up, I was like kind of isolated. The only people I would really just be super outgoing towards would be like my few cousins, and that was pretty much it. Family and maybe like one or two friends. Aside from that, I would be absolutely like mute altogether. I remember going back through like high school and like one day just randomly talking on my story, and some of the people from my old high school, they would like message me and be like, so that's what the fuck you sound like talking. I never intentionally meant to be like so antisocial to the point some people don't even know what the fuck I sound like. Like that's kind of crazy to me. And I remember at the early part of the year, I felt like super optimistic. I don't even know what it was, but like the beginning of the year or like right before the beginning of the year, I'm just like, you know what, this year I'm gonna talk to more people. I'm going to be more outgoing. Like, I'm about to get to know everybody. And then, like, maybe a month or two into this new year, I was just like, you know what? Let's not do that shit. I don't even know what it is. It's like, sometimes I could be super outgoing and I want to talk to everybody. And then, like, 80-90% of the time, it's just like, don't you fucking dare do that. It's been a lot of times where, you know, I'll be super outgoing for a while. Like, I'll be talking to everybody. I'll be getting to know so many people. Or just keeping up with people, and then the next time like they message me or something, it's kind of just like, you know what, I I don't really feel like being bothered. I'm like, I don't want to say that I'm moody, but it's just like, dude, sometimes I really don't want to be bothered. Well, majority of the time. And I kind of hate that. You know, it's like a balance to it. Of course, I can be outgoing sometimes, but just like a majority of the time, I'm like at a random park, just chilling. I made sure to find the emptiest side of the park so I can just be out here and be alone. That reminds me, like, when I go out of my way to do stuff like this, like, just be out somewhere completely by myself, just isolated. I remember this one day, it was like one morning, I got up to go relax in this other park. They had this like driveway that you come into. When I tell you the entire like parking lot was empty, it was just me. This entire parking lot is like dumb empty. There's nobody around me. There's so many parking spots. This one random car comes right to my left. And I'm sitting here, I'm like listening to my music and like watching the sunrise. Now you got this entire parking lot. Why are you next to me? It's stuff like that that kind of just makes me like, I'm pretty sure anybody that would like go out somewhere by themselves, you know, like if you going somewhere and it's like one other car there, kind of, and so many other spots, like get the fuck away from me, please, bro, get away from me. I really want to break out of that. When it comes to being out like in public spaces, I can bear it sometimes, but I would rather be out in public, but where the big crowd is, I would rather them be over there and me over here. I know a lot of people like going to the clubs. Now, me personally, knowing I'm kind of like not super social like that, I went and just to try it out because I never been before, so that was my first time going. And when I tell you, like, the experience itself was cool. When I got there, there were so many people crowded into one space. I'm just like, bro, how the fuck do people literally enjoy this shit? People like shoulder to shoulder in the room. There is no space to like breathe. There's somebody here that, like, everywhere you look there's somebody. Even if you try to go to a corner, it's jam packed. I have no idea how people enjoyed it. And also with the people like drinking, I felt like for the most part I didn't belong there. And it's been a lot of times where I've been like around a group of people, and that's my biggest reason that I don't try to do that too often, because it's kind of like I don't feel like I belong around so many people. Throughout high school, I seen some of the craziest stuff happen. Okay, all of these people are hanging out. This person has like a super good big group of friends, you popular, and next thing you know, you in some bullshit. Like, I just wanted to be away from all of that. And I think throughout middle school and high school, those were the biggest times where I realized, yeah, I don't need to be around so many people like that. Like, let's separate. And I never like been able to undo that. You know, let's just keep it. What the fuck is that? You see this here? This is more so my speed. I definitely had to move because the sun started beating my ass. I really enjoy the peace and quiet of just being by myself. I can, kick it with like 2 or 3 people. Anything other than that is kind of just like out here is something like this, or like if I go out to like the reservoir or something like that, then it's cool. Like, I don't mind like other people being around, but I'd rather be there like completely by myself if possible, unless it's dark. As far as Instagram or like TikTok or just like in general, I don't really know where I kind of like fit in. It's kind of like I'm so overly conscious of like everything I'm doing, and I kind of hate that. I think the craziest part of like any of this is that people will literally see shit like this out here and like not want to get outside and just be out here, even if it's quiet. Like, this is cool. If I could strictly travel around to like nice places like this is just out in nature, I would, like, every single day, I promise. See, like spots like this, you can't tell me it's not at least peaceful out here. At the very least, it's peaceful. Like, I don't see much in the water, but I don't know, just listening to all the sounds out here is like very, very calming. I gotta find somewhere with a huge ass lake. That's what I need to do next. The only real downside I can see to like being in places like this alone are the like jump scares you get from like the squirrels and the birds hopping out of like nowhere. I remember days like skateboarding around every day during like the whole 2020 COVID thing. I would be like outside in so many random places, especially like in abandoned spots, like throughout the woods. Like I would just be traveling around everywhere. I was outside every single day from like morning time until night. Like I remember skateboarding home a lot of nights when it was like pitch black outside. I think some of the best times I had came from just like going outside and just exploring somewhere random. Cause I've been cooped up in like the same town, same city for so long. So it's kind of hard to like break out of it. But you know what? We're gonna stay hopeful. Won't be like that forever. I think.